Hello, everyone. In this episode, we're talking about Spinal Tap II, The End Continues.
We're also talking about him.
And a big, bold, beautiful journey.
But first, we'll get into our movie news.
And in the second half, we include our best and worst of August.
And we wrap it all up with a Did We Know?
These go to 11.
Hello, everybody.
Hi.
And welcome to the newest episode of The A-List Mission. Wow, that was very
Sorry.
Do you want to restart?
Nope.
Okay, we'll keep it in.
Sorry, we just got back from a late movie. Or not late, but like an evening movie.
But yes, welcome, everybody.
If you didn't know the quote from the intro, that's fine. If you did, that's great. I'll explain that quote a little bit later because it ties to one of the extensions of one of the movies we saw.
But yeah, guys, this was this I guess is the second episode now that we're back full time.
But this is the first like up to date movies that we watched.
Yeah, because we'll get to it, but Spinal Tap we watched last week. We just didn't include it into the reviews, like I said in the last episode, just because we already had 7 movies and it was.
But also the way it timed, film showtime was it was better to do it for this episode. So
yeah, and it kind of fills it out a little bit more because we watched. So this week would have had 2, so adding the third one kind of filled it out a little bit more. Yeah. Before we get into anything else, one thing I want to just include off the bat is there are 2 movies that we did not include for this because we did not watch the shows. So that is Downton Abbey, the grand finale.
Yep.
Is it? And then, I'm forgetting the anime now. Why am I forgetting the anime now?
Demon Slayer.
Thank you.
We haven't seen either of those shows. I have really wanted to watch Downton Abbey. I do plan on it, but it has been years. I just have not yet.
And I really want to watch Demon Slayer.
But to be fair, we didn't want to review something that we had no context of.
Yeah, like I have friends at work that watch anime like immediately, and they asked me, are we going to watch Demon Slayer and review it? And I said, I don't think I could give an accurate review at all of that movie because I've not spent the time and the energy to watch the show and appreciate it for what the story is going to be. And my friend Ben mentioned that this movie's been he's been waiting for this since 2019 when the manga ended.
Wow.
And so that appreciation of waiting 5-6 years for this movie is something I wouldn't grasp even just by watching. If I had watched the anime, I would have much rather had done that kind of review.
Oh, yeah.
And even with Downton Abbey, Downton Abbey I think has 2 movies.
This is like the 3rd or 4th movie.
Yeah, and plus all the seasons of that show, and
there's not many, but and they're not many episodes per season. They're just long, and it's a commitment. So I have to make sure that I have the time to properly digest it all.
Yeah, but then for us to watch the grand finale of the entire show,
I feel like there'd be so many spoilers.
Right, I feel like it would do the whole show a disservice. Yeah. So just a heads up, we're not including it because it would not be fair for the fans of the shows.
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah, just another little disclaimer from last week. Ricky told me this, and I was shook. So in the last episode, we did talk about the long walk.
Yes.
And one of the main guys was Cooper Hoffman. Little did I know, and I don't know if you knew at the time or you found out later.
So I knew before, but I completely forgot when we were watching the movie and when we were reviewing the movie.
That Cooper Hoffman is the son of Philip Seymour Hoffman. And I now seeing them side by side is uncanny how much he looks like his father.
Yeah, it's wild.
But when Ricky had said he's so Hoffman, so the first name in my head was Dustin Hoffman. And I'm like, that's his dad? Like, that's really weird. Yeah, but now I totally see it with Philip Seymour Hoffman. That's really cool.
I will say, also kind of spinning off the long walk, I didn't tell Cheyenne this. David Johnson was in an interview. I wish I remember who interviewed him, but he had said that there's a lot of actors that we know that have a very successful career, but work with the same actors together. So, like, for example, Robert De Niro and not Joe Pesci. I'm thinking of Scarface. My gosh, what's his name?
Al Pacino.
Thank you. They work a lot together. Or
Uh-huh.
like Martin Scorsese and
Scorsese.
whatever, and Leonardo DiCaprio, right?
yeah.
Like stuff like that. David Johnson says he hopes that he has a career like that, and he hopes it's with
Aww.
Cooper Hoffman.
Well, he's 10 years older than him, so we'll see how long it goes for.
I think
he is mature, so mature, Cooper Hoffman. I think David Johnson acts around his age or could act younger, so they kind of even each other out.
I think the two of them had a chemistry on screen that
Yeah.
was undeniable.
Yeah, no, it was great.
I think just as like a film watcher, like for the two of us, like I think they had a friendship on screen that could absolutely span to different movies and different genres.
So then, for personal news, I only wrote one thing down because it was the only thing that really popped in my head. But if it's fair, I got promoted at my personal job. So yeah, not into specifics, but I did get promoted, which is great because I already love my job. So it was a nice birthday surprise for myself when it happened. Nothing much else to add to it. I was just very excited.
Yeah. So this week for us, apart from that, very mellow. Like nothing crazy happened. I can't even think of anything.
Literally nothing new at all, which is fine. I don't mind having a chill week once in a while.
Yeah, honestly, for me, it was more just kind of catching up on doctors and dentist appointments because of our vacation and them coinciding to this week. Yeah. But yeah, we'll go into our movie news now.
Yeah, this is a random mix, not just movie. It's like production
Movie,
company, TV,
Cool.
movie. Yeah, you want to go first?
So first things first, on Collider that we found this, Netflix is rumored to be looking at acquiring Warner Brothers. Now, this comes after, and we didn't report this last week because I think it happened right after we recorded, but Paramount, after buying out Skydance, they were originally rumored to be trying to buy out Warner Brothers, and now Pluck News reports that Netflix is preparing to bid to buy out Warner Brothers, which is crazy, by the way.
Puck News, not Pluck.
Oh, Puck News, my bad. I thought it. This is nuts. I think it's crazy because, well, I mean, Netflix is already as big as it is. I'm also kind of like, because my brain is like firing off way too quickly. The amount of things now that Netflix could have on their streaming service is wild. I didn't even think of that. But even just like on the sense of, like, if Paramount bought out Warner Brothers, Paramount's this could be like media crazy, because like, but the big thing is when Disney bought out Fox, people were worried that they were gonna have a monopoly on media entertainment, and Paramount they don't.
Okay.
They really don't.
Okay. Anyway, yeah, go ahead.
But I think this is kind of playing the same line where like now you're kind of, oh, is Paramount gonna ramp up to do this, right? That would be my thing.
Another thing added to Puck News saying this stuff via Collider is that the reason the rumors are circulating is because at a recent fight or like a match, the Netflix CEO was seated alongside the Warner Brothers boss as well. So that's just a thing that kind of made the rumor swirl. I don't know how like true any of this is yet, but yeah, Warner Brothers owns a lot. I think including, I don't know if they know because the whole Looney Tunes thing, that's being changed too, but they still own a lot of stuff. DC, I think.
They still own Looney Tunes. It's just Looney Tunes. So
the rights in that have changed though, remember?
No, I'm pretty sure they still own Looney Tunes.
They own DC because I've read somewhere they own DC.
They do own DC. Warner Brothers does own DC.
I got that right. That's good.
Yeah, but anyway, the point is that if Paramount ends up buying out Warner Brothers, I think it's about as big as Disney buying out Fox.
Yeah.
Because as much as like Disney owns a monopoly, I think the fact of the matter is you still have Universal who is owned by a bigger company that like I think it's AT&T that owns Universal. Also owns a big
Comcast.
Comcast, thank you, has a much bigger stake in media. But now you're going to have Paramount, Comcast, and Disney fighting for any kind of media space. Unless Netflix buys them out. And then we're still dealing with a big problem with Netflix anyway.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, true.
Cool. All right.
Oh, yes. So next, this is via Entertainment Weekly, although this was kind of listed everywhere.
Yeah.
Sean Astin has been elected the national president of SAG-AFTRA, which, if you don't know what that is the labor union for actors worldwide and media people worldwide as well. His mother, Patty Duke, was actually once the president of SAG-AFTRA, so he's definitely following in his mom's footsteps. And I think out of anyone they could have voted in as a SAG-AFTRA president, I think they did a great job picking Sean Astin. I think he's great. Love him, obviously, in Lord of the Rings, but in the Goonies, just in general, I think he's a great actor. So props to him.
I completely agree with that. I also say, like, Fran Drescher did a phenomenal job when she was president.
She was right before him, too. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, in the middle of the strike that happened in 2020, I can't remember now, 2022.
Sure.
Yeah, she did a phenomenal job being out there, leading the people, like making sure like the union got what they needed from the strike, right? But I also imagine Sean Astin's going to do an amazing job. So
I guess is it a term like the U.S. president, like 4 years or something?
Oh, I don't know how.
I don't know how it works. I don't know.
So the last of our movie news is that Nicholas Hoult is reportedly being eyed for Voldemort in the HBO Harry Potter series. So we got this news off of Small Screen Co., but they got it from Let's Talk Movies. But yeah, so he's being reportedly sought out to be the iconic villain. And I think it's a great idea. The only thing that concerns me is that because he's playing such an iconic role as Lex Luthor, does that interfere with Voldemort?
It's probably because he's under contract still, maybe with Warner Brothers.
Yeah, but Warner Brothers owns the...
I don't know. It says on here that HBO and Warner Brothers.
Yeah, because they're the same company.
HBO and Warner Brothers?
They own each other.
Perfect. So that explains it. He's probably still under contract.
Yeah,
so
but
he could easily just slide in.
No, but
there.
it's not. But that's not what my question was. My question is.
Oh, you didn't ask a question. I wasn't sure.
I said when I think that him playing Lex Luthor is going to deter this, because I think him playing two iconic villains like that will interfere with each other.
I don't want him to play this at all. The only thing he has is looks. I think he could easily be bald and no nose. Like, I feel he has the face for it.
He's bald as Lex.
He's also been bald as I can't remember his name in Mad Max Fury Road. Like, he can do it.
Oh yeah.
I love Nicholas Hoult. Do not get me wrong. I just don't really see him as Voldemort in terms of, like, I don't know. Something's off just slightly for me for him being that. He could be great. I wouldn't have thought of him as Lex Luthor, and he was great. So
you know who I'd actually like to see him as more, and I'm really bad at
in Harry Potter.
Yes.
Is
Gilderoy Lockhart.
Oh, you were bad at names. You got it right away.
It clicked in as I was saying, because I knew it started with a G. But I think he would play a really good Gilderoy Lockhart.
No, I don't see that at all.
I could see him being very vain and very show-offy.
Actually, tying into one of the cast in one of the movies we saw, I could see Billy Magnuson doing it if he was British. Being Gilderoy Lockhart.
I see for me less so.
Oh, no, I see it because of how he plays Pleakley. It just gives me the flamboyancy.
Yeah, but him playing Pleakley was very, like, there was too much heart in playing
but it was still very flamboyant. He could be a self-absorbed twit, too, if he needed, I think.
I think that Nicholas Hoult could play Gilderoy, and because you have to keep in mind, when he played in Mad Max Fury Road, it was very much in service of the character, and it was very much like, oh, I want to die the way I want to die, and very much like that.
I get it.
And I think him playing even in Renfeld, it was very much a weird, awkward character.
Warm
like that.
Bodies too. Yeah, in general.
I think he has the capability of. Well, I think Nicholas Hoult can disguise himself in any role that he's in.
Well, he played what's his name in X-Men.
Beast, yeah.
Ah, there you go.
But that's what I'm saying. Like,
literally disguise.
No, but I mean, like, in any role that he ends up playing in, he falls in perfectly. Like, even in Superman this year, he was a brilliant Lex Luthor, which is why I don't want him to play Voldemort, because Voldemort is so anti-Lex. Like, I think, and I think that if he plays Voldemort, it ruins Lex Luthor. And vice versa. I think Lex Luthor ruined his chance of getting the Voldemort, personally.
I mean, fair enough.
Yeah, I think it's just too much of a departure of the character that I think it ruins it.
Fair enough. There is one other actor that comes to mind with being in the Harry Potter universe, and it's based off, again, the same movie.
Go.
No, I was just going to say Colin Farrell.
Oh, I could not also see Colin Farrell being Voldemort.
I didn't say Voldemort. In the Harry Potter universe,
Oh, yeah,
I said.
okay, absolutely.
But also, looking at him face value, you would not expect him to be the Penguin. So, you can't say that either about
I don't think he would play it well.
I have no idea. Nicholas could be great. He could be trash. I mean, it is a rumor. I don't know how accurate this rumor is. We'll see.
I still would like Cillian Murphy to do it.
Yeah.
Or Snape. But, I mean, they already cast Snape. But, like, I mean, he'd be great as Voldemort. I think Cillian Murphy would kill it as Voldemort.
Yeah, I agree. Okay, so, yeah, we only did 3 movie news. I kind of tied into the 3 movie news, 3 movies, that kind of thing. So, yeah, in order, last week, we saw Spinal Tap II, The End Continues. And then this week...
we saw him.
And then we just saw tonight A Big, Bold, Beautiful Journey. And it is September 19th if you want time codes for that. Yes, so all our popper flops and everything now is completely up to date.
Yep.
Thanks for watching our rewind popper flops. We dated everything up until... the now times, so everything is accurate to what days we saw it.
Yeah,
so.
Him and A Big, Bold, Beautiful Journey are accurate to the day they got released.
And our Letterboxd account is fully up to date as well, so feel free to check that out.
Yeah.
We'll talk a bit more about that later on when we go into our August stuff. So, first movie, again, Spinal Tap II, The End Continues. The director is Rob Reiner. It is a running time of 84 minutes. It's rated R for language and some sexual references. The main cast includes Christopher Guest, Michael McKean, Harry Shearer, Rob Reiner, Fran Drescher, Paul Schaefer. There's also 3 cameos, which I'm not going to say who, just in case it does lead into a spoiler. Then we have John Michael Higgins, Chris Addison, Don Lake, Nina Conti, Griffin Matthews, and Carrie Godliman. The spoiler-free synopsis is 41 years after the cult classic This Is Spinal Tap, the 3 estranged bandmates, David St. Hubbins, Nigel Tufnell, and Derek Smalls, are drawn back together for one final concert. Marty DeBerigi, I'm going to roughly say that's his last name, who was the mockumentary filmmaker, he returns to document their struggles, finding a new drummer, dealing with letdowns of the past, and navigating the challenges of aging rock stars. Along the way, they confront old tensions, self-doubt, and the desire to prove they still belong in the world of rock and roll, all while poking fun at themselves.
Yeah.
I really liked this movie.
I think it was fun.
I thought it was way funnier than the first one, to be honest. But maybe because it's not as dated as the first one.
I agree. Mind you, just ahead, this is going to be the worst. Actually, maybe not. Okay, so this movie is funny. It is entertaining. It kind of improves all the things that the first one kind of lacked. Mind you, for whatever reason, the cult classic of This Is Spinal Tap, everyone freaking loves. We did not enjoy it that much. We rewatched it before this movie. This is Spinal Tap 2, or Spinal Tap 2. I think was way better. The jokes were funnier.
Way funnier. It's also funnier with them being older.
I think so too.
I think the age helps.
And then random stuff, like just tangents that they went on that didn't add to the plot at all, but it was just so funny.
It gave me British humor for sure.
Without spoiling it, the cameos were phenomenal, and then the jokes that bounced off the cameos were even better. Fran Drescher coming back was great, even just as like a quick little thing. It was fun. The fact
they got all the main cast to come back too, and
yeah.
Rob Reiner redirecting this one too. I thought it was just great.
It was truly perfect for a sequel. Now, that being said, this movie's not going to have a high rating for me.
It's not going to have a low rating for me, but it's not going to have the highest rating ever, but I think it's worth a rating for sure.
Oh, absolutely. It's a 6 for me though.
I was going to say 6 too.
Yeah, which is low on my like rating though.
That's high on mine, so
yeah, for me, as I repeat it every once in a while, 5 is like a meh, and it's really just, I didn't like it, I didn't not like it, it was just there. 6 to me is like, it was enjoyable enough that I don't know if I'd rewatch it though.
Oh, I'd rewatch this in a heartbeat. So out of the 3 movies, 2 of them I would rewatch. This one I would be instantly if like I need something funny, I would rewatch this. No problem.
See, for me, I'm happy with what we watched, and if I never watch it again, I'm okay.
But I have a British background, so for me, I really resonate with British humor.
Yeah, but to me, it had nothing to do with the British humor that stops me from rewatching this. Because I like British humor. I've seen a lot of movies with British humor.
Okay.
I was the one that got you to watch Monty Python.
No, I know. That's the
British
top
humor.
one. I know, but I like the lower, or not the lower ones, but like Keeping Up Appearances, Are You Being Served? Those older sitcoms for British shows.
Yeah, but to me, this didn't even play off a lot of British humor. It was more just funny, like silly funny.
Yeah.
And I don't know. To me, it was more like the reason why I would not care to watch this again is just solely because it was entertaining, but not purposeful.
No, I didn't expect it to be. It's
I
a
don't know.
mockumentary
It's
about
very
an
different.
aging rock band.
Yeah, but it's different when like if I enjoy something, even if it's stupid funny, like even Tropic Thunder. I love Tropic Thunder, and I would rewatch Tropic Thunder again. But it's also not purposeful. Like it doesn't mean anything. But to me, this movie was funny and enjoyable for the one time. I don't care if I ever see it again.
That's weird.
Why
I
is
don't
it
know. I
weird?
just didn't. I thought you appreciated it more.
It was. I'm not saying it was a bad movie. It's not by any means. It's just I think it's one of those movies, kind of like the Toxic Avenger, when we reviewed it last week. That it's gonna be forgettable. It was enjoyable in the moment.
Oh, it'll be forgettable. There's some bits that won't be, but for me,
I don't know. That's my opinion of it.
yeah, 6 for me. Yeah, I enjoyed it. I thought it was really funny. It definitely has some prop humor as well that I like.
Okay, we'll go into the second movie. And the second one was Him. The director was Justin Tipping. The runtime was 96 minutes, which roughly translates to an hour and 36 minutes. What?
It just made me laugh because it roughly translates. It exactly translates to 96 is 136.
But I don't know. Like with trailers and stuff, it's gonna be longer. That's why. Which is why I always say roughly.
Also, all 3 movies are rated R again. If you can believe it. I'm confirmed.
I'm kind of shocked that the last one
You'll
is,
know
but
why by when we read it.
The rating is R. For strong, bloody violence, language throughout, sexual material, nudity, and some drug use. But like this one is definitely deserving of that R rating.
Oh, yeah.
The cast is Marlon Wayans, Tyreek Withers, Julia Fox, Tim Heidecker,
Heidecker? I think it's Heidecker, I'm pretty sure.
Jim Jeffries, Maurice Green, Guapdad 4000, Tierra Whack, and Naomi Grossman. Cool. All right, so the spoiler-free synopsis is Cameron Cade is a rising star quarterback whose dreams are threatened after he is violently attacked by an obsessed fan, suffering brain trauma just before a major scouting event. Just when things look darkest, his idol Isaiah White, a legendary quarterback, offers him a chance. Move to Isaiah's isolated training compound for intense coaching. But what starts as mentorship and a path to recovery soon twists into something far more sinister. Isaiah's methods grow unpredictable. The environment becomes increasingly unnerving, and Cam must decide how far he's willing to go and what he might lose in the pursuit of achieving greatness.
I don't think you fucked up once.
I flubbed once.
Oh, wow, that was really good.
I try.
I didn't really like this movie, but full disclaimer, I did fall asleep for some of this because the theater was insanely hot, and I was up from 4 a.m. until the movie when we watched it at 7:30, so p.m.
Yeah, but that's because she started work at 5 a.m.
So I was just up and awake and active for the whole day. So I was just exhausted, and it was very hot in the theater.
Okay, so then my review of this movie is that it's weird. Like, it's a really fucked up kind of movie. It is, but it's kind of like messed up in the way that Jordan Peele makes movies messed up. This movie was produced by Jordan Peele. And
I'm glad it wasn't directed by him.
Huh?
I'm glad it wasn't directed by him.
But you could, his hand was definitely in this movie. Like, you can, there were definitely moments where I'm like, this feels like a Jordan Peele movie. Whether it's between Nope and Us, those two were the closest ones that it felt like to me out of all of his movies. But this movie was weird. Like, one, it took a while to get really ramped up, but then the end was such a twist that I was like, what the hell?
Well, the vibe it gave me was very much. I told Ricky this, but it's like an indie-ish movie called Antiviral. It definitely gave me the vibes and the aesthetic of that movie. If you like fucked up movies, I do highly recommend that movie. It's very, very weird, but it does give me that kind of feeling.
It's shocking. It is weird. It is. It definitely uses football in a way to propel the movie forward. Like people who love football will go and see this movie and then kind of get fucked up by it. Yeah, it's just weird, man. Like I'm also like, the big talking points of this movie for me would be the ending. Like the ending is the part that I'm like, oh wow, this is honestly, the ending is the best part of that movie, 100%. Also, like, side note, Marlon Wayans is jacked in this movie. Like,
yeah.
He is shredded. Well, both of them, even Tyreek is also, like, shredded in this.
He reminds me of the guy who was the visual actor for Detroit Become Human.
Oh, I know who you're talking about.
Yeah, he looks kind of like him to me.
His name will come on screen. He reminds me of someone else right now, and it's not coming to my brain. Tyreek. But anyway, okay. They're both, like just from, like, a observation standpoint, those guys are ripped. Like,
well, they have to be for the football training.
No, I know, but like, I'll be honest with you, I wasn't expecting Marlon Wayans to be as ripped as he was. He looks great. Like,
I haven't seen him in like anything. I haven't seen White Chicks. I have not seen him in anything. So,
well, don't worry. Me and Shane are gonna go through a whole Marlon Wayans, actually Wayans comedy thing. There's a lot of funny movies that you can watch, like Scary Movie, A Haunted House.
Oh, I've seen bits of Scary Movie and I turned it off. I remember now. Because I didn't like it.
No, we're gonna watch it.
Wow,
anyway, no, I think the movie is intriguing, but the biggest thing that the movie offers is just pure shock value. The first 3/4 of that movie, it was really slow, long, and
yeah. It was right around when I was getting too hot and tired. It just was no build up. No, like I was like, come on, give me something.
Yeah, and then I think the ending makes up a good chunk of that movie, but not enough to give it a proper positive rating for me.
No, and it also got 30% on Rotten Tomatoes.
Take that as you will, though.
Yes, because I will say the next one also had a very low rating and different reaction completely. Yeah. So,
but my rating for this is gonna be a 4.
I was literally gonna say 4 as well. That's weird.
Yeah, to me, this is like it. The ending makes up so much ground for this, and the acting. The acting was phenomenal, but it makes up so much ground for me. It just doesn't make up for the rest of the movie I watched.
Yeah, exactly. So I'm comfortable with a 4. It wasn't that great. This movie I would not rewatch. I say that I would rewatch it to see the parts that I did not see. But otherwise I have no like interest in seeing it.
This movie, it should be forgettable, but I think some of the things that happened in this movie won't be. But at the end of the day, this movie's going to come and go, and it's not going to be anything worthwhile.
And there was also a group of like college-age guys that were in front of us as we were leaving, and they were like, "Oh, this was the worst movie I've seen all year."
Which is, for us, not true.
I'm like, that's a huge statement. Yeah, I agree with that it's not the worst we've seen, but they're not far off for me.
Dude, it is not. No, to me, this is not even close to Honey Doe, to what's the Robert De Niro movie we watched earlier?
I wasn't putting it pen to paper for what they were saying. I was just saying I can understand where they're coming from.
But I'm saying, like, in the sense of, like, it, to me, this is not even close to the worst movie we've seen all year. I'm just saying, like, it's not good. Like, it's not a good
not at
movie.
all. No, unfortunately, because I was actually looking forward to that movie because of the Jordan Peele tie. It just didn't hit.
No.
But I wasn't really looking forward to the last movie we saw, and boy, was I wrong. So it was a big, bold, beautiful journey. The director is, I'm going to assume is Kogonada, his name. Anyway, it is a runtime of 109 minutes. It is rated R for the language in it. As far as cast goes, we have Margot Robbie, Colin Farrell, Kevin Kline, Phoebe Waller-Bridge, Lily Rabe, Jodie Turner-Smith, Billy Magnuson, Hamish Linklater, and Sarah Gadon. So, the spoiler-free synopsis is that Sarah and David, both single strangers, meet at a mutual friend's wedding. After the wedding, David's car GPS unexpectedly invites him on what's called a big, bold, beautiful journey. He agrees, and this leads the two on a magical/fantastical road trip where they experience important moments from their pasts. Through revisiting these defining memories, they come to understand how they got to where they are in the present, and the journey might even give them a chance to influence their future. Ironically, I have 2 step siblings, and that is both of their names.
Oh my gosh, it is.
That
Sarah
is really
David.
weird.
But that's irrelevant to the story.
Very irrelevant. I actually loved this movie.
Do you want to keep going, or you want me to take over?
You can go ahead.
Okay, because what I'm going to say is pretty long though. That's
You probably hated it.
No, I loved it.
Go ahead.
It
Go
was
ahead.
brilliant.
I'll add my stuff after.
All right, so this movie is actually phenomenal. Like, it's well done. All the acting was really good. Me and Cheyenne both were like, man, Colin Farrell looks so good in this movie.
He's so attractive in a suit. I just really like his voice. Who doesn't? But I really like his real voice.
I think also, like, Margot Robbie was also looking amazing in this movie.
I don't like her face. I think she's pretty. I don't think her face is that pretty. I'm not trying to be. I'm not saying I'm any better by any means. That's fine.
But I'm not trying to say that as like a standard.
It's because she has bangs in it, and I think it hides her face too much for me.
Fair.
She looked prettier without the bangs.
For me, it was a beautifully shot movie. Like, even some of the scenes were just gorgeous to look at. But this movie is so deep rooted in honesty, and like, man, that movie really makes you think about life in a different way, and it really makes you like think about how you perceive certain situations in your life. And like, the movie, I'll be honest with you, is a little sensational in some ways, but like,
it is more the context, I guess.
Yeah, but like, at the same time, it helped them explain the way they are in their life. And like, one of the things that I told Cheyenne when we left the theater was simply like, yeah, they're fucked up, but like, everyone's kind of fucked up. Like, everyone has their own baggage to shit. And like, this movie really did a great job at showing a way to unpack it for them. And it was just really, like, ironically beautiful. Like, it was such a good story. I think it was so inspirational by breaking it all down and rebuilding it back up kind of way, and like, finding positivity and optimism in what always feels like it's such a pessimistic way. And I think they did a really good job at like really like putting heart in a movie that started off so dark, not dark in the sense of like morose or like morbid, but like dark in that the main characters are very like, not self-centered, but like
it's not, to me, it's dark near the end, in the middle, than the beginning.
For me, when I say dark, I mean like both the main characters at the beginning of the movie don't see a purpose in dating, right? Like, neither one of them care for meeting someone because they know that it's only going to end in failure anyway. And by their whole journey of the movie, you get a sense of optimism, and they get that sense of optimism, which is what I really liked out of the movie.
Oh, sorry. I wasn't sorry. Ricky probably cuts this out, but I left a decently long pause because I knew you said you wanted to really talk about it, so I didn't know if you were done. So, no, honestly, ditto, because I think it was a brilliant movie. The music in it is beautiful as well. So the idea of it is really unique as well. Again, I kind of agree in the sense that like, it just kind of comes out of nowhere, the idea of this journey with a magical GPS. Like, I think the mix of reality with magic kind of throws me off a little bit, or the fantastical realm with reality throws me off the slightest bit. Not enough to be like, I didn't like this movie, because I absolutely loved this movie. And ironically, a couple of the romance movies we've seen this year, we've actually really liked.
Yeah.
So maybe our opinions on romance has changed a little bit, because for me, I can appreciate it a lot more.
I think it's
when I see it
changed
with
a lot
you.
of it.
I when I see it with you, I can appreciate it a lot more.
Yeah, I
But
agree.
it's very heartfelt. This movie is very, very heartfelt, very deep rooted, very bold. It honestly is a big, bold, beautiful journey, and I think that sums up the movie
Yeah, it
in
describes
title
it
and in
perfectly.
description. I think it's a beautiful movie. The casting is beautiful. They look beautiful. Again, no offense to Margot Robbie. If you even think of watching this, you are beautiful. I like no bangs, Margot. But no, honestly, aside from all the jokes, I think it's a beautiful movie. I think it's very, very good. And out of the 3 movies that are reviewing, I would personally suggest this movie to go see.
I completely agree. Completely agree with that. The other thing I will say, and like, I'm just gonna put a little warning. I don't think this is a spoiler, but just in case it's deemed a spoiler, 3, 2, 1, look away. The vehicle being the vehicle of their relationship is such a good metaphor for this in this movie.
I would say more like their vehicle of life. If you don't want it to be a spoiler, like
we can.
you could just say the vehicle is a metaphor for something
for their
in the
journey.
movie.
It is what
Their
it is.
journey, but relationship
Yes.
might spoil it because they don't
It's
have one.
pretty
at the
obvious
beginning.
by the trailer that they have some sort of
Maybe,
relationship, whether it's a romantic relationship or a friendship.
Okay.
But anyway, like regardless, I think their story, whether it's whatever it is, like I think a vehicle telling them the decisions they need to make is kind of just a fast-tracked way of them like in the real world dating,
Like
and
speed dating, I said?
kind-
not speed,
not speed dating,
but like
but
that
like a fast
online
forward,
dating ish.
No, like a fast forward through their rocky moments of the relationship, discovering each other, and
Yeah.
like, you know what I mean? Like, the vehicle just skips a bunch of steps that a normal relationship would do.
It's just the very first scene. I'm not gonna say what. Let's just say he needs this car. It's how he goes about getting to this car.
Yeah, that part was a little bit fun.
I just
but
needed a little bit more explanation for little things, but it did not detract from this movie at all for me. I think I'm gonna give this. It's probably gonna be low. I was thinking 7.5.
I was about the same, actually.
I was either 7.5 or 8.
I was about the same. I was gonna say 7 originally. I'm like, no, it deserves more than a 7.
The more I think about it, I'm gonna jump it to an 8. Final answer is an 8 for me.
I gotta think of this. This movie is great. I really do enjoy it. I think there's some things that I would change about it, and it's
Like
maybe
what?
we were talking about when we were watching this movie. Part of it was like, this feels long, but like it's not. It's long, but it needs to be this long because you need to feel this journey out.
Oh, so here's the thing. The reason I thought it was long is because I was just really impatient and I wanted to get home. It had nothing to do with the movie.
No, okay. So
So I liked that it was long. I wanted all the information about what was happening. I get it.
So for me, there were moments of it that was long, that needed to be long, and like I understand that all of the length of this movie needed to be the length of this movie. It just felt a tad bit long in my mind.
Now I feel like I need to detract mine again. But I already said final answer was 8, so can't.
No, I
change
think
it.
I'm gonna stick with an 8 too. But like my rating is different than yours, so I don't know.
You just said 8.
No. But the way I rate movies is very
Oh,
different than how
okay.
you rate them on a whim.
No, I don't rate them on whim. Genuinely, those numbers mean certain things in my brain, but it's not on a whim.
An 8 for me, I would say, is also right. And the big reason being that there are things about this movie I would like, the little fixes, but honestly, it was such a well done movie.
It really was.
Yeah.
I'm really, really glad we saw it. I would say, yeah, again, see that movie out of the 3 as our opinion.
Unless you're going through stuff. Because then
If you're going through relationship stuff, maybe skip. Then at that point, it's a coin toss which of the other 2 you want to see.
but it is a really good movie.
They're each very different from each other, and they each have an R rating, but they each are like oddly, except for him, the other 2, I'm like, nah, you could probably get away with a little bit lower. In rating. But yeah.
Unless you're wanting to watch Downton Abbey or Demon Hunters?
Slayer.
Oh my gosh, why am I butchering this?
The anime fans are gonna shake you.
No, that's my bad. No, but like, unless you've been waiting to watch the end of this for so long, watch those ones, please. But yeah, out of the ones that don't need context, a big, bold, beautiful journey was
Yeah.
is definitely one to
100%.
watch. All right, we'll go into our second half, which is the best and worst of August, because we skipped that and it's halfway through the month already and we didn't talk about it.
Well, we were away in the last bit of August.
Right. So this is going to be a smaller month review because we watched more in September because that's when we got back.
But it also makes sense because the catch up of our popper flops for these movies was later anyway.
Right.
Right. So it makes sense why we're doing it now.
Anyway.
But we saw 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 movies, and they are by beginning of the month to the end of the month: The Naked Gun,
Freakier Friday,
Weapons,
Nobody 2,
Honey Don't,
Relay,
and Caught Stealing. We saw one on the first day of the month and the last day of the month. That's kind of fun.
Whoa.
Now I just realized there's another movie on this list that I forgot we saw. Now I'm tossed. So if we go, full disclaimer, we do rate these on Letterboxd. They are out of 5 stars, whereas in the podcast it's out of 10. So we kind of convert it as best as we can.
As best we can.
So yeah, the highest was Freaky Friday with a 4.5. Our lowest with a 1
is Honey Don't.
Honey Don't. And what do you think? What was your best movie of August?
So the 3 that we were talking about that...
Well, for you, because I already have my favorite.
Okay, the 3 that are on my list for top of this month were Caught Stealing, Weapons, and Freakier Friday. I think I'm going to settle with Freakier Friday.
Settle?
Like between the 3, like settle.
Yeah,
like,
settle just sounds like you kind of like...
Lowered it down?
No, you're like, okay, I'll pick one.
No. Well, I have to pick one.
No,
I can't
I know.
say all 3 are the best.
That's not what I mean. It just sounds, when you settle, it means like you're just resorting to a choice.
Or like the phrase, when the dust settles, like what's left. That's
so like crumbs.
No, or what stands out amongst the rest that has fallen.
Uh-huh.
So my favorite, out of the 3 that I was talking about earlier, it would be Caught Stealing, Weapons, and Freakier Friday. I think at the end of it, I think Freakier Friday is the best.
Mm-hmm. Freakier Friday was the only one for me because Weapons is good. Not as good as Freakier Friday. They're very different from each other. Caught Stealing was okay. I wouldn't rewatch it at all, but Freakier Friday I would.
I think Caught Stealing there's a lot to love out of Caught Stealing.
I liked it. Not as much as you.
Okay, well, and then Weapons I thought was shocking and horrifying.
I'll appreciate it more when the prequel comes out.
Why?
Because then I'll have backstory for certain things that happen in the movie that detracted my rating when we saw it.
Yeah, but I think Weapons is good on its own, regardless of the backstory of the...
I thought it was a great movie. It's not my favorite.
I'm not saying it's your favorite.
Freakier Friday, I will say, I liked it more because there already was a movie about it, so it kind of just added to it. It was just very funny though too.
Yeah, I agree. I think it was better anyway. It was funnier. It was more nostalgic. It was more heartwarming than all the other movies that we saw as well in this month. I think it had a little bit of everything in it.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. It did definitely have a bit of everything in it. I guess even a little bit of horror. But the worst movie, we both agreed, is Honey Don't.
That's not even a question.
I thought Honey Don't. Yeah. Again, we gave it 1 star. So if that says anything, I think it was, more deserving of half a star. Yeah. I would say don't see Honey Don't. If you want to, that's your own choice.
And it's not good. Like the story feels incomplete. The acting is good, but it really does try to shoehorn some funny things in it. It's also a lot of nudity for what feels like nudity's sake. It doesn't,
for no reason. Yeah, a lot of it's for no reason.
Yeah, you don't need that much in it for this.
No.
Or it was added for shock value and it didn't succeed. I thought. I don't know. If the story, to me, the biggest part of it was the story felt so lacking.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. So then, kind of like the end of the second half, end of the episode kind of thing, is our Did We Know? This one is just a 4-question trivia of rock and mockumentaries. So, do you want me to do the first one?
Sure.
Okay. So, did we know that in This Is Spinal Tap, which is from 1984, it was so convincing as a fake rock doc that many people thought the band was real, and they actually went on to release albums and tour like a real band after the movie? Did we know?
I did not know that.
I feel like I've heard this, but I think that's actually how I knew of Spinal Tap, was because of the band, not the movie. Does that make sense?
Yeah, No,
but that's really
crazy
cool.
to
I didn't
me.
know the full extent of going on tour and albums and all
That
that.
is really
That's
cool.
really funny.
Okay, the second one is that in Almost Famous from 2000, the fictional band Stillwater was inspired by Cameron Crowe's time touring with real acts like Led Zeppelin and the Allman Brothers. Did we know?
No, because
We didn't watch this movie.
we have not seen this movie. I do know of it, though.
I have never heard
It
of
has a
Almost
very
Famous.
famous poster.
Probably, I don't know this movie at all.
Yeah, it has a very famous poster of Kate Hudson wearing big aviators. So that's how I knew it. But I
Gotcha.
have not seen this.
No, I know nothing about this movie.
No. But either way, so we definitely didn't know this fact, but we also didn't really know the movie. Third, did we know that the Stonehenge gag in the original Spinal Tap, where the stage prop comes out way too small, was inspired by an actual Black Sabbath concert mishap where the Stonehenge set piece came out too big to fit on stage? Did we know? No, I didn't.
I did not
That's
know this at
really
all.
funny, actually, though. The fact it's inspired by something in the opposite direction. But,
Yeah.
no spoilers. This is kind of ironic.
Yeah, no, that's actually really funny.
Yeah.
I don't know if from the original Spinal Tap movie, the fact that he writes 18 inches and not 18 feet, for example, is so funny.
It's because he didn't know the difference in writing it down on paper. It's
I
really
guess so.
funny.
It's
It's really
hilarious.
like, again, that's the kind of humor I don't mind, though. I think it's funny.
Yeah,
Which is
no,
why
I
I like
know.
the second one so much.
I think the second one is good. I just think that it's going to be.
Not memorable. 100%. I
all.
agree.
It's like the Toxic Avenger for me.
Well, it's like Lisa Frankenstein, though. It's not memorable. It's one of my favorite movies.
I think Lisa Frankenstein was more enjoyable to me than both Spinal Tap movies and Toxic
Well,
Avenger.
I would have agreed with that anyway.
No, but that's why it's more memorable for me. So the last one is that in School of Rock, from 2003, it had a real kid band. Most of them was the young cast that played their actual instruments, and some went on to pursue a real music career after filming. Did we know?
Yes and no. I knew that they actually played their instruments, but I don't know if I knew some of them did real music, other than Miranda Cosgrove.
Well, yeah. But no, I didn't think any of them actually. Well, I thought they played music,
Yeah.
but I didn't think they actually made bands or had
No,
a
like
career in
actual
music.
careers?
No, not at all.
No.
One other thing I wanted to bring up when we were talking about mockumentaries specifically.
Oh,
for
yeah.
Things We Know was it's tough to not think about mockumentaries without thinking, for me, of The Office and Parks and Rec, because for me those are like the epitome of mockumentaries. Yes, they are shows, but like, man, I think those are the most iconic versions of mockumentaries.
I don't like mockumentaries that much. I like documentaries. I don't like mockumentaries when it's a fake documentary.
I think The Office. Actually,
That's why I don't consider The Office a mockumentary, even though it is labeled that. Ricky confirmed it on Google. It is a mockumentary TV series. I don't consider it like one compared to a movie version.
It plays,
I don't know.
I think it plays more as a sitcom than
Definitely
a mockumentary.
situational comedy. Like,
Yes,
I feel that
absolutely.
way more.
But the camera crews being such a vital
Sure.
character to both. Like, for example, Jim looking at the camera, or even the relationship between Pam and one of the sound guys in the show is a vital thing about that.
I agree.
Yeah, so that's why it's hard to not consider it a mockumentary for me.
It's just the phrase I'm getting screwed up because it's like false reality essentially.
Oh, absolutely.
That's what it gives more than mockumentary in my brain.
I
Like,
think
it just, I don't know.
it's the same thing though as reality TV.
Exactly, but not a mockumentary. I don't know. Like, it's just, I don't know how to explain it.
Well, reality-
You'll fight me on this anyway. I just don't relate it as a mockumentary. That's all.
Okay. Anyway, thank you so much for everybody for watching this episode. If you want to follow us along on any social media, we got TikTok, YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, Threads, Twitter,
X.
X.
So like the Twitter
Same thing.
/X.
Letterboxd,
Apple Podcasts.
Well, then you
Wherever
can
you
listen to
get
our
your-
podcast on anything that you listen to podcasts on, like Spotify, Apple Podcasts, YouTube, iHeartRadio. You can watch these episodes on YouTube and on Spotify. All of our shorts or reels or TikToks are on TikTok, Instagram, and YouTube.
And our proper flops we post after every movie that we see, and they're only like 20 seconds, just giving an Insta review.
Yep, and then all of these are just our opinions. Clearly, me and Shane don't agree on everything, so it makes sense.
Full disclosure, we did have a couple bickering arguments during this episode. I apologize.
I apologize too. I will say, me and Cheyenne, when we argue about opinionated stuff, it does get quite heated.
We're very passionate about our opinions.
Yes.
Which is our opinions. Thank you.
But if you disagree with anything that we said, or actually, if you want to give us your review of Downton Abbey or
Demon Slayer,
I'm
oh
gonna
my
keep
gosh.
forgetting it.
I don't
know.
even know if you should watch it. If you
I
can't
wanna
get the
watch
name
the show.
right. Once you know the name, then it might be worth
The
watching.
worst part is that I know people from work, if they ever hear me screw this up this many times, they're just going to laugh
Thankfully, you've only screwed it up once. The other times you just didn't really say
Because
it.
I knew I
filled
was
it
gonna
in.
forget.
What was
Anyway.
the other one you said? Demon something.
Demon Hunter.
Hunter. That's more like
Anyway,
vampire.
Demon Slayer and Downton Abbey. If you want to give us your review on it, please give us your review on it. I want to hear it. I want to know what it's like. I know Demon Slayer already beat records already for the highest grossing anime and stuff like that.
And also, rate us any stars you'd like on Spotify. Like, it just gets the word out. And also, word of mouth is great. Following is free. Subscribing is free. Liking is free. And we'd really appreciate it. If you like us, we're growing and expanding as best as we can, but we do need your help to help us.
Yeah, send it to your friends, your enemies, your coworkers.
Just say, like, hey,
Mother-in-laws.
here's two random Canucks that are just watching
Canucks?
movies. Yeah.
We've never called ourselves Canucks. We are, but like we've
Yeah.
never called ourselves.
I used to call I used to say Canuck when I was in school. But no, we're just two Canadians that love movies and
How's
want to
it
share our
going,
opinions. Want to share our opinions. If you didn't catch that reference, that is from Brother Bear.
Or it's just Rick Moranis and
it going, eh?
yeah, fucking
Dave
love
Thomas.
Rick. Thank you. I always forget Dave
Who
Thomas.
is from my hometown. So
Cool.
that's really cool.
Anyway, thank you so much for watching, and
We'll see you at the movies.
see you there. Bye.
Bye.